Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Nikki Chanel here, and today is going to be something that a commenter asked me quite a while ago of what is the difference between living as a male versus as a transgender woman. And I figured this is very pertinent to a lot of the topics that I talk about, to see about some of the differences of living as male versus female, kind of what I experience on a given day, what I used to experience, and just kind of like the whole process. Now, there's a lot to talk about here, and I'm gonna try to condense it down as much as I can, but this is a very big topic that if you wanna go through my other transgender topic videos, you may go through them and learn a little bit more. But this is just gonna be like what it was like living as a male versus what it's like living as a female now that I'm in 4.5 years of transition. And so we are gonna get started. However, please remember to like and subscribe, put those comments in the comment section, hit the notification bell to never miss a video, and give a super thanks if you're feeling extra. Let's get into the video. Okay, now let's get into living as a male. So I'm just gonna say right off the bat that as a kid, I always felt that there was something different. I've talked about this in multiple videos, like gender dysphoria started kind of hitting me when I was about 6 years old, and I started telling myself that I wanted to be a girl when I was 9. And I think if my parents would have been a little bit more accepting, and I think if I would have been more like push heavy, like more like I want to be a chick to them, I think I would have transitioned at like age like 12 or 13 or 14, maybe even into high school. I probably would have transitioned really early. But alas, I didn't, and I lived as male. Now, again, living as a gay male that was into makeup, hair, and cross-dressing, I wouldn't say was like your typical like male experience. Like there was a lot of times with me that I had to present male. Like I presented male every single day, and I have a lot of photos, if you want to see them, of me presenting as male. I presented as male from like as early as I can remember to about age 24. And there was very small instances where I did go out and I did like experience it, but that was older after I got my car and after I graduated high school. Now, living as a gay male was interesting. Like I came out as gay as when I was about like 14, 15 years old, like freshman, sophomore year of high school. But I still like presented as male. Like I had super short hair. I wore guy clothes all the time. You know, my body hair was there. I shaved my face religiously. Like I wouldn't say like living as male was like, I would say like it was like the typical male experience, because it really wasn't. Like I would sneak into my sister's bathroom multiple times, try to get into her clothes. I would sneak into her closet. I would sit there and look at Pinterest and look at all of these outfits, like dreaming of the day that I can be that super fit glamour girl. And that was like what I dreamt about. I looked up Mac, I looked up makeup videos, I watched videos from like transgender women such as Gigi Gorgeous about their transitions and all that. And it really wasn't like what I would call like the typical male experience. I did do sports when I was in 7th and 8th grade, but that was about it. Like my high school experience kind of sucked because I didn't love myself. I didn't really like accept it. And I was a gamer. Like that was how I kind of dealt with my gender dysphoria, was by playing games and presenting as female in those games. I always played games where you could be a female character. That's why like Halo Reach was my favorite Halo game, because you could play as a female Spartan. And like there were some games I played that were, you had to play as male. I would just delete them. I wouldn't even play those games anymore. Like that was how I was. And so like I never dated. I never wanted to go on dates with women. Like when I got older, gay men kind of saw through the fact that I was gay and were like, yeah, you're too feminine for me. That was kind of how a lot of, now I've learned like some men are into feminine women, feminine gay guys, but it really wasn't there. And so I kind of felt lost. And like at 17, I wanted to off myself because I just didn't feel like I fit in. And I think every day I woke up that it was like more of like, I'm going to transition. That was my goal. I'm going to transition. I will be female. I will be one of these gorgeous glamour girls. But it never happened, and I hid it, and I lived as male for a very long time. And it was more or less a mask. Like the real me was not there. I was not male in any way, shape, or form. I didn't go on dates with women. I didn't like go to bars with guys. I didn't go out and do like guy stuff. I wasn't into like football. I was just kind of lost. Like I just didn't really know what to do. And then finally I transitioned, and then everything made sense after that. Okay, so now I'm gonna break this up into 2 phases of early transition and late transition. Now, I've talked about my transition in a lot of videos. That's literally the whole point of my YouTube channel. But the main thing is that in the early transition is that it's you very much like, unless you're in a position where you can just like flip a switch and be a chick, you're gonna still live as male for quite a long time. Like I remember, like I started my transition on March 18th of 2020, and I finally like started like really presenting female like 8 months later. It was a lot of like laser hair removal. It was a lot of just facial hair removal. It was a lot of exercise. There was a lot of like just learning all the stuff. Luckily I was a cross-dresser and had a giant stash of clothes that I could like practice with. So I learned how to like put on bras. I learned how to basically learn to be a chick, more or less. And the thing with me is that it just came naturally. Like it just came like, it was there. Like I loved wearing makeup. I love doing my makeup. I love wearing it, you know, got that glow and everything like that. I love doing my nails, but I still presented as male. I boy moded, really. That's what it is, boy moding, where you are transitioning, but you still present as male. And that was hard for me because I'm like, oh, I have to dress like a guy, even though I'm starting to look like a female, like a chick. But you know, there was a lot of fear. Like when you first start transition, you don't know who's your ally, who's your not. And you don't know if someone's just gonna like beat you up, or like, what if someone calls you something weird, or what if something happens? And that's what it really was. Like I started getting female hair appointments. I started like slowly looking like a chick in my everyday life. And eventually like presenting as male was like, it was almost like hurting me more than it was anything, is that, you know, I might as well just embrace the fact that I'm feminine. I might as well just embrace the fact that I want to be a chick. Like I'm literally transitioning. I'm literally doing this process. Why am I still presenting as male? And eventually it just kind of hit a critical mass, I think in like October of 22, where I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let's just present as female. And I started like doing my eyebrows every day. I started like, you know, doing cute hairstyles. I would run out of the house because I still lived at home at the time, just wanting to be a chick. Like I would start going out to dinner. I would start going places, and just, that's how it was. And it just kind of came naturally. I started like getting my toenails done in September of 22. I started really hardcore working out, but there was like 2.5 years of transition where I really wasn't like, I was transitioning bodily, but not like socially. And then finally, once I moved out, everything changed. Now we get into the point where after I moved out. So I moved out for a variety of reasons. One is I wanted to get away from my parents. I wanted to have my space to my own. And between my side gig and my job, I could finally afford it. And I moved out, and ever since then, like, I've pretty much lived as a chick all the time. Like, you can't really see it in here, but I have like a ton of like female home decor. I'm very much like a girly girl. I'm very much like a Barbie. Like, I am into like super girly things. I love getting my nails done, you know, having that sound and everything like that. I love doing my hair. I love doing my makeup. Now, basically every time I don't go to work, I literally look like this every single day. Like I'm always dressed. I always do my makeup. I always do my hair. I always shave my body. Like this is like the life that I've always wanted to live, really. And at times it's kind of boring, to be honest with you, because, you know, you dress up and it's like, oh, I have no place to go. Oh, well, I'll just sit here. And now it's like, honestly, it's become like normal. Like today I went to a shopping center because I needed to pick up some MAC cosmetics. And I went there, no one said anything, no one said weird. Like I went to Sephora, everyone's like, oh, do you need help, miss? Do you need help, ma'am? It's just become like normal. Like it's very normal to get up in the morning, comb my hair, brush my teeth, put on a bra, and go out. Like it's literally become super normal. Like the kind of like euphoria of like first coming out and like first like experiencing it is kind of gone in a lot of ways. Like I just kind of live it nowadays. Like there's nothing really special. I never get any sort of hate whatsoever. I get mostly positivity all the time. Like the only hate I get is in the comments on my YouTube channel, which is hilarious. And I love it. Like I'm a super girly girl. I can finally live here. My parents' relationship is kind of complicated. I've done a lot of stuff on that topic, but it's kind of complicated, but I still love them, so I still go visit them and everything like that. But for the most part, I'm free to do whatever the hell I want to do. I make enough money to afford my lifestyle. I was always good with like finances, so I have only 2 forms of debt. Like, I'm pretty solid. Like, really, in a lot of ways, this is the life that I've always wanted to live. And it's kind of crazy, like once you transition and like solve a lot of that gender dysphoria issues that you have, you can do a lot of stuff, which is wild. Like nowadays, I'm like, I want to become a bikini bodybuilder. I want to, you know, really try to become like a glamour model. Like I really would like to like push it further. I want to drive a nice car. I want a house. Like it's wild when you solve that gender dysphoria, how much like clarity there is. How much it's like, you know, I did this, I transitioned, I worked my ass off to achieve this. Let's go on to the next thing. And like, it's kind of wild. Like when you are finally who you really want to be, in the skin that you want to be, you can accomplish a lot of stuff. When you finally have that self-confidence and that positive body image, and you look in the mirror and you're like, that's what I wanted to see my entire life. It's a completely different experience. It is you feel like you can do anything, and that's the main thing. And like, I don't want to say like this is hubris or anything like that, but transitioning allowed me to focus on things other than transitioning, basically. Like before, when I lived as male in my early days, it was like, I just wanted to be a girly girl. I just wanted to get my nails done. I wanted to go wear the cute handbags. I wanted to do all this stuff. I want to wear dresses. Like that was the goal. Nowadays I can't. It's like, okay, now it's become like normal. Now it's become like I went to the fair the other day and I was like, should I wear a skirt to the fair or not? It's like, well, I kind of want to ride rides, so I'm gonna wear shorts. Like that's kind of what's become. It's become like functional femalehood. I transitioned to wear bras, but I understand the joy of coming home and taking off my bra at the end of the day now. It's an amazing feeling. Like I understand the joy of like taking off my makeup and just chilling on the couch and enjoying it. Like I have the ability to be what I want to be now, and it's opened up a lot of stuff. Like I have a lot of friends now because I'm not afraid to be myself. I have tons of friends. I have tons of people that look at me. I have like daughters. Like the other day, one of the girls that I work with, she came over and I did her makeup. Like that's what life has become now, is that I love myself now and I don't have any fucking issues at all because I solved the biggest issue of all, and I'm grateful for the fact that I did. So in essence, as you can see, my male life is completely different than my female life. As a male, I was very scared, I was very shy, I was very reserved, and I didn't know what to expect. I really didn't. But then finally, once I transitioned, like a lot of my issues got solved. Like I'm at the point where I can live my life. I can be the Barbie, I can be the girly girl. Like next thing I want is a tattoo, just because why not? Like I want to pay off my car, I want to go get a nice house. Like I can pretty much do whatever I want now. And it's a really great feeling to finally get to that point of like, I love myself. I can say that I love myself, not in like a prideful sort of way. I'm a little bit prideful at times, but it's more of like, I knew what I was, I've accepted it. I know what I am, I've accepted what I am, and I just go with it. Like that's literally what it's become. It has become more of a now, let's see what I can do beyond just transitioning. Let's see what I'm capable of. Let's see what I'm physically capable of. Let's see what I'm mentally capable of. That's what it's become. Transitioning from male to female has allowed me to live my life, has allowed me to not live in fear of the unknown, has allowed me to go out in like tiny fucking short shorts. And like, if any of you follow my Instagram, I went to my first drag show the other day, which was super fun. And I went in a tiny little mini leather skirt and a crop top and heels. I was 6'6" in those heels in a little leather skirt, towering over basically everybody there. And I had a blast. Everyone was just super accepting of it. I had this one girl come up to me and she's like, "You're freaking gorgeous. Do you want to come sit with me?" I'm like, "Sure." Like, I love it. Like, I genuinely enjoy being transgender. Like I really do. Like it's kind of like weird to say, but like I live my life. I'm happy. Like I'm legitimately happy. Like people are like, "Oh, you're gonna regret it." I don't regret a fucking thing. I don't regret anything. My only regret is I didn't do it sooner, because I wish I would have done this like in high school or like college, because I would have ended that probably in a better position financially and career-wise than I am right now. And you know, you can't go back and change the past. You can only move forward. And like the rest of my life's gonna be pretty freaking good, I think. Nowadays, the goal is just to find a boyfriend. That's my hardest freaking issue right now. So in essence, living as a male fucking sucked because I had to hide what I really was. And nowadays, I don't have to hide anything. I'm just me. I have confidence. I have friends. I have the ability to talk to anybody, and I'm just happy. Okay, honeys, thank you for following along with me on that short little YouTube video. Like I said, is that living as male versus female is completely different. As a male, I was scared. I had really nothing to show for it. I was a gamer. I didn't have any friends. Nowadays, I can talk to anybody. I have friends, I go out, I experience the world around me, and I live my life as a transgender female, and I'm perfectly okay with that. Like, I am happy. That's the big thing with me, is I am happy. Now, thank you for watching that little YouTube video. I'm still learning editing, I'm still learning topics, and if you want to suggest topics for me to talk about, please shove them down in the comment section. I read every single comment that is posted and try to respond to most of them. So thank you all. This has been Nikki Chanel. Remember to like and subscribe, put those comments in the comment section, hit the notification bell to never miss a video. Give a super thanks if you're feeling extra. We are on the grind to 3,000 subscribers, and I am hoping we'll get there by October. So thank you all, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video.